How does one of the world's wealthiest money managers recommend people start out in the world of finance? Ray Dalio, the world-renowned investor, started his financial life as a golf caddy, investing what little he could scrimp and save in the stock market. When he managed to save $300, he got lucky on a stock and quickly tripled his investment. But he does believe there are repeatable principles you can use if you're trying to be a success with investing, ultimately setting you up on a path to changing your financial destiny. Here are the principles Dalio believes in. Determine how much you can save and start. The first step to getting wealthy is to create a margin between what you earn and what you spend. The difference will be your monthly wealth increase. The gap between your earnings and your expenses is the most foundational wealth tool you have. By saving a little, you create your first capital. Now, you have a little extra money. What do you do with it? Dalio emphasizes the importance of saving by setting specific financial milestones. Start with short-term goals like building an emergency fund for 6 months' worth of expenses. Gradually, work your way up to long-term objectives, such as saving for your children's future. By saving consistently, you'll steadily increase your wealth over time. When I started working, I worked to get 6 months of savings, freedom, and security. Then a few years. Then I started to think about my kids' needs over time, and I calculated that number, Dalio explains. I saved to get those amounts of money. I recommend that you do the same. Pursue what gives you energy. Dalio says he liked the stock market so much he could treat it like a video game. Pursue a path you enjoy. You'll want to find a field you can pursue while feeling a sense of fun, even if the results aren't there. Everyone has a certain nature, says Dalio, and that nature creates a pull. The more you enjoy something, the more likely you are to work at it and stick with it. To stick to one path, find the path that gives you energy and think less about making a quick buck. Over time, your commitment to one path toward financial success will compound on itself, creating more outstanding opportunities to generate wealth. Start investing now. Don't wait. Ray Dalio didn't come from money. His dad was a jazz musician and his mom stayed at home. He worked as a caddy, earning $5 a bag, and would save up that money and go buy stocks. Don't believe you have to be a billionaire hedge fund manager to make money. Ray Dalio got lucky with his money early on because his first stock purchase ended up getting bought out, tripling his investment. That hooked him. But it was that early reward that was more important than the money, because from then on, he was obsessed with investing. So start now. Collect that first dividend. Watch that stock go up. The more you can find that energy, the more you'll be willing to reinvest in your future. Think less about stocks than you do about how you make decisions. Investing is not solely about picking the right stocks. It's also about making sound decisions. Dalio encourages investors to focus on their decision-making process. Be open to learning from failures and consider them as opportunities for growth. Ask yourself, how do I know I'm not wrong? Before making investment decisions, evaluate your reasoning and consider counterarguments. This approach can help you make more informed and successful investments. Dalio attributed his investment prowess to how he's historically tackled one simple question. Before you invest in meme stocks or crypto, ask yourself, how do you know you're not wrong? Are you listening to Reddit and YouTube comments rather than a pressing feeling in your gut that says you should look into the counterarguments first? Yet, if you invest in an S&P index fund, you know you're not wrong because it's got a strong history of producing returns for investors. So, before you go out on a limb, ask yourself this question. If you can prove yourself wrong, hold off. But if you can't, maybe you're onto something. Don't let failure stop you. Dalio said, "What's the risk of failure? What, you'll be embarrassed? How do you distinguish failure from learning? If it's part of a you're failing and then you learn, then that learning is part of the moving forward. So that is what the process is like. Fail, learn, move forward. Set audacious goals and make that your North Star. Setting ambitious financial goals is essential for long-term success. However, achieving these goals will come with challenges and setbacks. It's the process through which you address these setbacks that is the real path of success. Dalio advises individuals to tolerate and diagnose their problems to identify their root causes. By recognizing patterns and weaknesses, you can design effective strategies to overcome obstacles.